And all the baby pandas are so excited to see, wow, the whole world is covered with snow. It's so beautiful. Hi guys! How are you guys doing today? Today, the story that I prepared for you guys is about an animal that is super, duper, ultra, mega adorable. It's about a giant panda. Giant pandas are adorable, and that's not a surprising news. We all know that. But did you know that it's actually a scientifically proven fact that pandas makes us happy? You see, no matter how old pandas might be, they have this baby face with a chubby toddler-like a body, and then they roll themselves just like a giant furball. And just watching that makes us feel so happy. And it is because when we see these adorable pandas, our body produces a very special hormone called oxytocin. It is basically something in our body that produces us to feel very loving and protective. No wonder we all love pandas. Now, for this reason, many people have placed giant pandas in the zoo so that people could go to the zoo and see these pandas and feel very happy. Good for us, but not very good for the pandas, because many hunters have taken away the baby pandas from the mommy pandas to sell them in the zoo. But luckily, many people around the world worked very hard together to protect these pandas. So now there is a very strong rule and the law to protect these pandas in the wild. Another great news is that pandas are no longer on the endangered species list. Although they are still vulnerable, at least there are 1,800 of the pandas left in the wild. Yay! So let me begin today's story. Long time ago, a faraway land called China, there lived many animals in harmony in the mountain. They had a lot of food, and with the beautiful natural surroundings, all the animals are very happy except one. And that one unhappy animal was a giant panda. She stayed on top of the tree and spent her most of time there. The only time that she would come down the tree was when she had to eat. And even when she came down the tree, she didn't really walk around, but she rolled around, and that looked silly to the other animals. So all the other animals in the forest, they all made fun of her, and then they all laughed at her. They used to say things like, "Ah, that panda is so silly. She doesn't even walk. She rolls around like a giant furball. How silly." Some other animals even said, "She is so lazy. She doesn't move. The only time that she moves is when she has to eat." She didn't have any friends, and that made her feel very lonely, which made her to stay on top of a tree even more. But there is a story that no one else knew, and I'm about to share that with you. Do you think that panda was lazy and silly too? Hold that thought until you hear me out. Long time ago, this panda used to live on the top of the mountain with her family. She was the mommy panda, and she had a daddy panda and the beautiful baby young cubs, the baby pandas. And they lived all very happy together. They had their cozy home in a cave which was surrounded by lots and lots of bamboo trees, so they never had to worry about getting food. Now, hot summer passed and the cool autumn came, and then their very first winter came. All the panda bears were in their cave, and it started snowing. Everywhere was starting to be covered with this white snow, and all the baby pandas were so excited to see, wow, the whole world is covered with snow. It's so beautiful. They were very happy. Now, when they finished eating their bamboo trees inside the cave, Daddy Panda stepped outside of the cave one day to get more bamboos. And when he went outside, cold, as he was looking for the bamboo trees, oh no, all the bamboo trees were frozen under the snow. So the daddy panda quickly went back to the cave and told the family what happened. And he said, "I must go down to the mountain to get more food before we start starving." But mommy panda wasn't so sure, because they had never left the mountain before. They had never went down to the mountain before. So they were all very worried. But daddy assured mommy. Daddy said, Don't worry, dear. I will find my way back. I can always follow my own footprints back. Don't worry. I will be back before you know it. And off Daddy went. Mommy Panda Bear and the baby Panda Bears were all waiting in the cave. A day turned into 2 days, and 3 days, and a week had passed, and Daddy never came back. And Mommy wasn't sure what to do. But the baby pandas haven't had any food for a while, and they were growing very weak. So Mommy had to quickly make a decision. So one morning when it stopped snowing, Mommy Panda decided to go down the mountain herself. And she told the baby pandas that Mommy would be back very soon. But that's what Daddy said, and he never came back. But Mommy Panda said, don't worry, I might even be able to find your daddy too, but we have to go get the food. So you guys stay in the cave where it's warm and safe. And then off she went. She went down to the mountain as fast as she could. And when she got to the place where it was much warmer, she could find lots of bamboo trees. So she got as much as bamboo trees that she could carry, and then she was heading back home. Unfortunately, she couldn't find Daddy Panda, but she had to carry these bamboo trees back to feed her babies. But as she was going back, phew, she found her own footprints. They were still there, thank God. But soon she found other footprints. They were human footprints. And Mommy Panda got worried. She thought, oh no, please let those prints not be the hunters. Oh no, not my babies, no, no. And then she quickly ran back home. But then the human footprints continued all the way to the cave. And when she finally got to the cave, there was no sign of the baby pandas. Those baby pandas were taken away by the hunters. So being sad and broken-hearted, ever since that day, Mommy Panda came down to the mountain and she only stayed on the top of the tree. And even when she had to come down, she never walked. Maybe she was too scared to leave footprints. That's why she started rolling. Now, I don't think you still think that she is lazy or silly, do you? There is a very famous saying in English, never judge a book by its cover. It's not right for us to decide and think less of the other people until we know their full stories, because there might be some stories that they haven't shared. So never judge the others until you really get to know them. So this is the story that I prepared for you today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will come back with another story, so see you next time. Bye!